What is up, Last War family? I want to show you guys a couple of tricks for perfecting your Marshall and winning it easily. So first thing, this is new for this season, but take your strongest players who have ice castles and make them at 300. That's going to make their attack way stronger being at 300 once you've gotten your ice castles. That may not take effect until Season 2. I'm not certain. So if you haven't started Season 2 yet, you may or may not be there. But that's part one. And part two, sorry, got to post that. Part two is have your team run marches. Everybody runs march with their S2 and joins with their S1, except for your absolute strongest player or second strongest player. Have that person do their best to join as many marches as possible. Joining as many marches as possible will give you guys a higher chance of completing. If they're on every single march, which is feasible, like Star Candy here can be on potentially every march for us. If he's on every march, we have a much higher chance. Did you see that giant jump right there from that level 1 to level 2? It's because of how high he is getting us. The next part is every 15 minutes, make sure you scout. That scout, and I may have missed my scout. I thought I scouted. I guess I didn't. Scouting starts your, where's mine at? There we go. Your War Fever. That War Fever is going to give you a 1% boost, or if you're like mine is where you have it maxed on there, it'll be damage increased to 6%, and its hero attack is increased by 5%. So it makes a big difference. So we're going to heat all of our ice castles up as high as we can get them. I'm going to go back to Mr. Star Candy now and max him back out again. Let me quickly put my phone on Do Not Disturb so no phone calls come through and mess us up real quickly. There we go. That works. Okay. Heat those bases. Start rallies with your S1. Join with your S2. And then for everything else, make sure you are letting your top players have a spot at the end of each rally. See how we're leaving a spot open each time? You want to leave that spot open for your, if you got one really strong player, for the one strong player, or if you've got two really strong players, do it for both of them. Your strongest players should typically rally only with their S4 and join with their other three squads, typically. That's not a set in stone. There are some caveats to that, but typically speaking, that's what you want to do. All of these activities, and then, of course, and we haven't done a good enough job of this yet on this one because we just ended our season, so we weren't really focused on it. But get your R4s with the boost wrapped around it, the Marshall. It makes a nice impact too. Let's go now. Let's show you guys some battles so you can see some of the power jump, and this is why you want to do it this specific way. So that's my top squad. Oh, nope, sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot I did not have them equipped yet. I was moving my equipment around. So that's my second highest squad right there. It doesn't even quite get to a G yet. There's Mr. Star Candy, and that is his third squad. See how important that is? 1.5 G from his third squad. And then Mr. King Death is at 257. He's in our top 5 on strength. Bendy also top 5 on strength. That's her S3, 135. So this is why it's so important to make sure that you're leaving space. My third squad right there, 525. And remember, I was forgetting to scout, so that's making an impact too. We'll see some better ones here in just a second when that one hits. All right, let me join some more. There we go. I'll go ahead and start a rally with my 4th squad. That rally with my 4th squad, and is really just for my team more than it is for me. That's just to give them something to join. But also I am a R4, so that does give a little boost as well, that 5% boost. So that's why sometimes your top player, that top player or top two players may need to pivot slightly from what I'm saying and just actually rally with their S2. You'd still have their S1. Their S1 needs to be used for joining as many rallies as they possibly can. All right, let's go and look at this report real quickly. Brock is also in our top 5. See, he's scoring 4. That's his top squad. Is scoring almost 500 million. This is my top squad. My top squad scores 2.564. And we'll see in a second if we can see one of Candy's top squads, Star Candy's top squads. He's got the best on the server. So it'll be really impactful to see that, but he and I will have to be on one together for that to work. All right, let's go and look here and see if we've got any of his. That's his second highest squad, 2.3. His top is Missile as well. I don't know if I've been on one of his top squad rallies yet. That's his 4th squad, so still 276,000. Broski is also very strong, but see, he's at 100 with this top squad. You see, we've got a pretty strong team overall, but you can see the big difference, though, for Mr. Star Candy stuff, though. Yeah, I still haven't gotten to see his top squad yet. Maybe lucky here. No, that's his 3rd squad, 1.3. Oh, I think I found one. Yes, okay. 4.6 million. 4.6 billion. That is so huge to have somebody doing that kind of damage for you. So this is why you want to follow these statistics that I'm talking about. Use the best players. Let them hit as much as possible. Don't worry as much about your individual until you've maxed. Once you've maxed it, then you can focus on your individual. It makes a big, big difference, guys. Big, big difference. The next thing you want to make sure you're doing, see like what we're doing here, the dropping flags. Those flags are helping us. But you also want to go and look and check your War Fever and make sure it's not dropped below the time frame it should be. All right, somebody dropped a dig. That's something that's nice, though. That was an accident by them, but it's nice for you guys to get to see because that's something else you don't want to do. You want to make sure you announce to everybody, hey, don't do anything except for Marshall during Marshall. It's imperative that we only do Marshall during Marshall. All right, so as far as scouting goes, you only have to scout again every 15 minutes. I believe that's the case for everybody. I don't like when I think about it, though, I'll just go ahead and scout again real quick because it doesn't hurt. It just extends that time out. So it's still nice. Let's see, we should max because we're already at level 3 and about to hit level 4 at the halfway point. I'm going to make a slight adjustment, though, on mine on my next round. I'm going to send my S4 out on a march with somebody. We're going to go down to the bottom one. Here we go. That one works. And I'm going to rally with my S2 this time. I can show you guys why. Sometimes that's beneficial for the top 2, top 3 people to do. I am doing it specifically for the purpose of being able to get my rally boost because I've got some... I've got my rally boost, but I've also, if you go and look here, my professional skills. I have this team strike, which that's if I'm participating or initiating. But this other one I have, these other two, never mind, that's player versus player only. Dadgummit. I guess it doesn't matter if I start a rally. So forget what I said. Player versus player only, it doesn't matter. So it does matter, though, for that 5% bonus, though, since I'm war leader right now. So that's still why I'm doing it. All right, let's go ahead. We got to send our S1 back. We'll go ahead and join Doom Riders because right now we need as many as we can. many hits as we can get from our top 5 people. I'm seeing some drop here on KD. I'm going to go ahead and warm him up because his temperature is lower than I want it to be. I'm going to get him to 150, and then I'll share it with the rest of the team. Warming these ice castles helps a ton for damage dealt. That's all you're trying to do here. We're so close. We've got 10 minutes left. I'm not going to burn troops anymore on my S4. I'm going to punt my S4 for right now because I can see that we're about to hit it. Mr. Star Candy had a big hit earlier. I don't know. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, 4.8. Massive hit right there. Rock got us 107 with his S2. That's my S3, 532. So that one was a big one right there for us. And let's see if I can see my... There's my S1, 2.6. So we had a back-to-back big punches from our biggest squads. We're getting really close to being... I'm going to help out a teammate here. I don't want to lose more troops, but I'm still going to do that so that they can have something to join to get their max individual. All right, let's look at that real quickly while these rallies are running. So we've got another... So get you to... I think you got to hit 50 G more to get to that. Yeah, here it shows it. So 90, excuse me. It goes from 90 G all the way to 150 G is what you got to have to max it. So that final step is a big one. All right, so individual rewards, you need to get to 1 G on level 12 to max it. And then if we are able to max it all, this will be times 12, which is great. So you'll see like that number right there times 12, so it'll be beautiful. But the alliance, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Times 10 on the alliance reward. I misspoke. And then I'll also get that reward that I just got that I'm going to get for maxing already. But still phenomenal. All right, let's go ahead and send my next ones. I'm going to join with my top squad on one of those because I want that extra boost. Right there, the R5 boost to 5%. All right, then I'll send my second squad. Third squad here. This is the most important person to warm up because he's our number 1. I'm going to warm him up. Only warm him up if there are ice spaces, though. Anybody else, you can warm to 50. Don't warm them higher. I've got more coal here now that the season's over than I'll ever be able to use. Okay, we got darn close on that hit right there. He's going to end up picking up 100 billion of what we need. That's amazing. But yeah, 10 left. We'll hit it. We're there. I know what the math is now because we've seen it a couple of times. So 1 or 2 more hits from mine and Star Candy's tops, and we will max it. Here comes my tops right now. Should give us another 2.6-ish, maybe 3.6. I can't remember now. Boom. Yep, only 5 million left. Oops, accidentally made the video go too long. We had a little bit of a hiccup. Somebody was trying to hit our bases. during it. I'll stop the video earlier though. But that's it for this, guys. I hope this was helpful. You guys can see we maxed it. We maxed it with like 5 minutes left. So that's it. You guys have a good one. RTV Joe signing out.